magazines, do a little bit of a whisper ramble, and maybe indulge in a little snack of some Cheez-Its while I'm at it. Nothing too crazy here tonight. We have a nice easy video for me to record, edit, upload, and then if you guys are wondering where this week's ASMR mukbang video is, this Sunday is actually going to be that, and it's going to be an ASMR mukbang in public. You guys are going to really want to check out that one. And yeah, with that being said, make sure you guys like the video. If you do like the video, these more traditional ASMR videos don't really get that much love, which does suck a lot, so I would really appreciate just any kind of love you can show on today's video. I would really appreciate it, and maybe just comment down below any sort of sports topic you guys want me to talk about next time. Maybe an NFL magazine, a soccer magazine, a football magazine, whatever you guys want. I can do that. Maybe more of an entertainment, movie, gaming magazine. Definitely let me know. Alrighty, well, let's get started here with a couple of magazines here. So what we have here is a Slam magazine. This is the Champs issue, like we stated. This is from August to September, so this is kind of an up-to-date off-season Slam magazine, which is actually kind of cool. It's gonna be with players like Jamal Murray, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Contavious Caldwell Pope, of course, just the champion Denver Nuggets team. Pretty cool. Looking like they're also going to be talking about the Bradley Beal situation with his new team on the Phoenix Suns, a random article about Tyrese Halliburton and the Las Vegas Aces, who I think are in the WNBA finals, playoffs. I think they're the finals, aren't they? I actually don't remember, but kind of cool. Okay. I'm just going to be flipping through this, maybe doing a couple of just some whisper rambling, just seeing what we got going on here, which is actually kind of interesting. So I actually used to have, there's a Scoot Henderson Slam magazine cover, that's pretty cool. I used to have a Slam magazine subscription a while ago, and I used to have these things everywhere. I had a whole sort of thing on my bookshelf of all the Slam magazines I had, and I had to get rid of some because they just kept overflowing onto the floor of my bedroom, which is kind of funny. It's kind of funny also. We have a DJ Diesel, which is the persona of Shaquille O'Neal as his DJ set, which is kind of cool. So I really love Slam magazine, at least I used to. Here we have a little article about Victor Wembanyama, his little summer league action that he had, which was really cool. This is back on July 9th, 2023. And definitely had a pretty good debut on the run of summer league. But here we are, the Denver Nuggets championship picture. There's Nikola Jokic there, which is kind of funny. He's not really close to the middle. We have I think his name's Christian Braun, next to the trophy with Jamal Murray. We have Nikola Jokic way back here. We have Mike Malone, Jeff Green, a bunch of guys who are a part of the squad, who aren't really a part of the squad, but are probably a part of the squad, and all the great role players that this Denver Nuggets team had. Man, it was really cool to see this team win it all. Now, I actually don't remember entirely if they won it in Denver or if they won it in Golden State. With all these Denver fans in the background, it looks like they did win it in Denver, which I think they did end it in 5 games, so which would mean they won it in Denver. So, yeah, shout out to Denver. That's a really cool picture. Of course, we have the other championship guys, MPJ, Aaron Gordon, who Arizona Wildcat, very cool. See him win a trophy, and yeah, DeAndre Jordan's finally an NBA championship, and KCP is a 2-time NBA champion, which is also very crazy to think about. And we have the newest addition to the newest super team in the NBA, Bradley Beal to the Phoenix Suns, which, man, I do not know how I feel about that. I've heard a couple of rumblings that Bradley some Slam magazines, which is kind of cool. I don't need to do that really anymore because magazines are kind of ridiculous. But the reason why magazines nowadays are so expensive is because they want you to get these subscriptions, because you have a 1-year subscription, 6 issues for $20. So that's why they really want you to make these magazines so expensive. Because I think this magazine alone by itself off the shelf was like $15, and a subscription for an entire year is like $20. So you kind of see what I'm getting at here. This is a really sick picture. It's given some 90s, 2000s vibes from Tyrese Halliburton. That's pretty sick. I'm really excited to see this Indiana Pacer team with Ben Mathurin, who, again, Arizona Wildcat player, take another step. And yeah, this team could really be the newest addition to a long run of Eastern Conference playoff runs. So it's going to be really cool to see this team and see where they go. Are you actually allowed to play basketball in chains like in baseball? I actually don't remember. That actually would be kind of cool if they brought that back. Chains in basketball. Okay, maybe not this, but that's kind of a cool little H. Is that his own like logo or something? That's pretty fun. But I like Tyrese Halliburton, definitely one of my favorite guards in the NBA. I think he's definitely turning into my new Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, where he's like kind of underrated but still really good. Kind of like before now. You know, people think SGA could be the best point guard in the NBA one day, which I guess maybe he could be, but maybe he's definitely hyped up now. So definitely like rooting for sort of more underrated guards. I still think Tyrese Halliburton is still pretty underrated. That's a really cool Indiana Pacer jersey. And here we have the Las Vegas Aces. Talking about them as well in the WNBA. I think they are in the NBA Finals going up against the Liberty. I think I remember seeing that. Oh, and here we have, again, one of my favorite things about Slam are the magazine posters that come with every issue. It's a dual-sided poster, so let's actually see what we get here. Of course, it's one of the NBA Finals. It's Jimmy Butler blowing up on looks like a floater over Nikola Jokic. That is a really cool one. Now let's see if I can show you guys the opposite side. Let's actually pull it out of here. And then on the opposite, it's a picture of Scoot Henderson. Okay, looks like I got me a good poster here. If you don't know, Scoot Henderson is the newest point guard of the Portland Trailblazers since trading Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks. Scoot Henderson is taking his place, and yes, he is wearing 00, which is pretty ironic. He actually used to wear the number 0, and honestly, if Dame wasn't a Portland Trailblazer, he probably would be wearing the number 0, which is kind of crazy to think about. But Scoot Henderson poster, I'm definitely keeping this one, that's for sure. That's really dope. Back to the magazine and talking about the Las Vegas Aces, which is really cool. It looks like we just have like famous people repping sports related stuff. Of course, Lil Wayne, a huge Kobe Bryant fan. I think it's Lil Wayne, right? Yeah, it's Lil Wayne right there. Some other people as well. Drake, obviously the Toronto Raptors games. LeBron James in the Miami Heat jersey, man, I miss that. I miss those days for sure. Just a couple of like pop culture stuff. It's kind of cool. Well, these are really random pictures, like really random. Oh, I get it. It's whenever an artist raps about a certain player, okay, I get it. So these are players who have, I guess, lyrics about them in other rap lyrics. That's pretty fire. I actually didn't know there was that many. Interesting. We have a Marc Gasol article, which is pretty random. I actually have no idea where Marc Gasol even is anymore. We have another thing they do in Slam is always do like an up and coming player. We have someone here. It's pretty cool. fashion type of guy. And then you have Russell Westbrook, of course, an icon when it comes to NBA basketball stuff. Honestly, I really actually like SGA's fit here. It is a little bit over the top, but still like very fashion. But I think Jaylen Brown's is maybe my favorite. It's very sleek. I like this one. I like this outfit. It's pretty cool. My least favorite one is, I have no idea what the heck Kyle Kuzma is getting into, but that's pretty sick. And then it looks like Miles Turner is getting ready for his first day of school. Very adorable. Oh, we have some women's ones as well. Oh, that's cool too. Very fashionable. Very cool. We have some kicks and a frozen moment of a 2015 picture of Nikola Jokic, which is very random. But yeah, that is just a normal Slam magazine. Very cool. Nothing too crazy about it. Yeah, I miss going through these all the time on my channel. I've done many magazine flip-through videos, and I was really hoping to do some more here, so I guess here I am doing more. Okay, let's get to the other magazine. Okay, up next we have the Legends of the NBA Magazine, which is actually kind of cool, and I will be opening up a little bit of a snack. I won't be doing too much, because I know, eating salads isn't for everyone, but just a little bit of some snackage. Yum. That's good. Okay, looks like this magazine is basically just gonna go to tell you the absolute best of the best of the NBA and its history when it comes to players, teams, coaches, games ever played. It's basically just the best of the best of the NBA. We have a table of contents here where it just talks about some of the legends of the NBA. So 50 iconic NBA players, Kobe, Larry Bird, Shaq, Jordan as well. 10 greatest NBA games of all time. Some other random NBA players. It's actually pretty sick. So, here we go. You have a start of just not in alphabetical order, not even in numerical order as it comes to their NBA's history. They're just throwing random players randomly, which is actually kind of fun. So first we have George Mikan, of course, who is, the NBA's first superstar. He is the first really good player in the play. They were really first ever really advertised as, the NBA's guy was George Mikan. Then randomly Elgin Baylor, then randomly Steve Nash. So you can see they're just throwing players out here, which is actually kind of cool. Kobe Bryant, of course, probably my favorite player in NBA history. KG, Will Chamberlain, this random guy that we're not going to talk about, Shaq, Dirk Nowitzki, Steph Curry. Makes a little small image on here. I'm sure when Steph Curry actually retires, I'll get a little bit bigger of a page, not just a little bit of a spot. Dr. J, of course, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, according to most people. I guess they're just titling Michael Jordan as the GOAT. Oh, and they do LeBron so dirty. How does Scottie Pippen get this? And LeBron James gets this little baby corner. Come on, and even D Wade gets like 2 inches of page. What the heck is this? Whatever. Anyways, we have John Havlicek, Allen Iverson, Patrick Ewing, Robert Parrish, a lot of 90s players and 80s players here. That's interesting. Magic Johnson, Ray Allen, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Man, he might be the greatest basketball player of all time. Like when it comes to high school, college, everything. Man, this dude was unstoppable in college, and it's pretty insane. We have Neek, Tiny Nate Archibald, Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony. Whoa, Carmelo gets a spot here. That's a very interesting random player. And that's it. That's 50 iconic NBA players. Now, these aren't the top 50 players in NBA history or anything like that. These are just 50 random iconic NBA players. So, of course, you can title off some of the other, top 75 NBA players. Like, I don't know who made that list, like Anthony Davis, Giannis, Luka, Dame, blah blah blah. Now there's those guys as well, but they're just 50 random NBA players. And now they're gonna go to like a player showcase where they're gonna just talk more specifically about NBA players. And of course, the first player they talk about is Kobe Bryant, man. Still gets me. Anyways, so they have here a little spot for Kobe. Kobe Bryant, shooting guard, NBA draft, 1996, career with the Lakers, 1996 to 2016. You're not gonna be able to see this. It's even small for me to read. It's just like his highlights, like his 5 championships, 80-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ, his stats for his entire career. Oh man, this is my favorite Kobe Bryant moment right here. I remember watching this live. This is like my favorite Kobe moment when he gets up on the table and the confetti's lowering down and stuff. This is my favorite Kobe moment. And just some, Kobe Bryant moments, of course. Some little stats about him, of course. The other stuff, very sad. Oh, this is kind of cool. Gonna talk about what makes Kobe Kobe. That's really nice. We have a Larry Bird one, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna get through this a little bit faster. We have a Shaq one. That's pretty fire. Again, Shaq, center, 1992 NBA draft. The top 10 greatest coaches of all time. We have Phil Jackson, of course. And then just listing off a bunch of random ones. Lenny Wilkins, back. Don Nelson. Are they gonna... Where's Greg? There's Greg. There's Greg Popovich. He's arguably also the greatest one of all time as well. We have Michael Jordan's. Of course, 23 reasons why Michael Jordan is the greatest. Interesting. I guess you can have your own opinions on Jordan or LeBron. I do think Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, but I do think LeBron's better. Like, he's the best basketball player. He's the most talented. I would want him over Jordan if I'm like drafting my, all-time NBA team. The first pick, I'm picking LeBron James. But I do think Jordan in his NBA career was just greater for what he did. So, they actually have 5 reasons why he isn't spot as well. That's kind of nice. Oh my god, one of the reasons is NBA Space Jam. That's hilarious. We have Akeem Olajuwon, Wilt Chamberlain. We have a Dr. J spot as well, which is really cool. Dr. J, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, of course. Definitely an arguable player there. And here we have the top 10 greatest games of all time, which one they talk about is 1976 regular season between the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. Interesting. We have a couple of random ones as well. I don't know why they put the Malice at the Palace here on this listing. That's just probably something you wouldn't want to be out there all the time. Ooh, and you have the, people call this like the start of the Warriors dynasty run. Golden State versus OKC back in 2016. This is when, like, the Warriors were just really starting to heat up as a true dynasty, and yeah, this is when Steph Curry and that Warrior team just kind of went off and never looked back ever since. I remember watching that game on my phone. I think I was in my car watching that game. Really cool. Ooh, Magic Johnson, one of my favorite players of all time. Definitely has a great legacy for him as well. We have Dirk Nowitzki. That's a cool one. The Quiet Assassin, Tim Duncan. That's a pretty fire nickname. First overall pick back in 1997. Of course, Timmy D is a goat. John Stockton, a very underrated player in NBA history. He has a record. He has some records actually that will never be broken ever, like his steals records and assists. Man, he's one of a kind for sure. Oh, and now we have the top 10 NBA teams of all time. Whoa. The Unstoppables, the 1995-96 Bulls, the Bad Boy Pistons. The team that I think is the best team in basketball's history, 16-17 Golden State Warriors when they added Kevin Durant. In my opinion, it's the best team ever assembled, I think. Has to be. The 91-92 Bulls, that's also a really good team. We have the Showtime Lakers, that's a good one. movies or I guess other sort of stuff. Could be pretty cool. Oh yeah, there's also this book that I saw. It's pretty old though, 2021. It's the NBA's Ultimate Guide to Everything. Maybe I'll get this when it comes out on maybe a newer date and get it for you guys. We can go through that. It's the Ultimate Guide to Everything NBA, which is actually kind of fire. So yeah, guys, that's really it. I really hope you guys enjoy this little magazine flip through. I usually love doing these, again, very traditional NBA magazine or even just traditional ASMR videos that, again, like I stated, don't really get that much love. So again, I would really appreciate it if you could just show any amount of love on this video. Maybe watch it a couple times, leave it on a loop, just give it a like, anything like that. I would very much appreciate it. And yeah, I also definitely forgot I was supposed to be snacking on these things. My little flip through, but I was too engaged in this magazine. I didn't look at any of these magazines before I started flipping through them, so I apologize. I was very into that. So thank you so much for watching tonight's video. I love ya.